That was a little dramatic, wasn't it? Welcome, guys, to our unboxing of our Starfield Constellation Edition. I have two separate instances running here in that the recording that you see behind, I recorded that separately just so I didn't get any like background noise and interference in that. And then I'm just recording this like over that. So I'll provide commentary on a video that I recorded of me unboxing this. So the Constellation Edition came in 2 days before early access. So on the, I guess it was the 30th, 29th, whatever, of August. Early access kicks off at, it's like Universal Time, I think at midnight. And I think in the US and Pacific Standard Time where I'm at, that's like 5 o'clock on August 31st. But regardless, the packaging that you see here is really cool. This was a really, really neat, tight looking collector's edition that I got. The box itself, I thought was like really noteworthy. There's a lot of little details and a lot of like neat little art pieces and vibrant colors on here. And it came in pristine condition and I did not want to damage the box at all. So I was kind of careful about making sure that I didn't do any damage to that. I have like these special like high-end scissors and I'm just like trying to be very precise in cutting the tape. There's 4 pieces of tape around the box so it can slide out because there's like a book cover sleeve thing type of thing on it. You push the box out and the goodies are inside. Now, what I found was interesting about this is this, as far as collector's edition goes, there was like very little that came with it physically, but what we got physically was really rad. So it didn't have a lot of pieces, but I feel like a lot of times when you get like a collector's edition, you get a lot of junk, a lot of stuff that you don't need, stickers or like poster inserts that you're never going to hang up or do anything with, just like a lot of little knickknacks that are kind of like a waste. I didn't think anything in this box was a waste at all, but I kept all the pieces anyway just because I thought it was really cool. Now, the biggest piece of this, which we'll see in a minute, is the Chronomark watch, which I do have here off to the side. We'll take a look at that. In fact, I'll grab it right now. So I'm just taking a look at the box, rotating that, because I know a lot of you guys like to see that. I struggle with a couple of different things here, and I didn't want to do any edits because I kind of thought it was funny. But opening the box, immediately you're presented with the steel bookcase. Now this was really cool. So the steel bookcase, which I love collecting those, was one of the main reasons why I wanted to get the Constellation Edition, just because I thought it was really cool. Great little quote on the back, the same quote that started in the beginning of the video, adding some dramatic effect. But here's the cool part. So inside, obviously there's no physical game. I got a PC version and that had a Steam code on it. And inside, instead of like a disc, a space slot that a lot of steel books come with, despite the fact that you don't get a physical disc, it came with the game's version of currency, like the galactic credits or whatever they're called. I'm not sure about exactly what the name is. I didn't bother looking at it, but it is like a little metal card that credits like come on, I guess. We'll see it when we do the gameplay of it, but the actual insert pops out and it is heavy and it is quality. It is like a block of steel. It's probably like aluminum or something, I'm not sure, but it is very heavy. And it has a bunch of like little details and stuff etched into it, talking about like the Federation and all this other stuff. Let me grab it actually. So I have it right here and I'm looking at it and it has my Steam code on it, which I've already redeemed, but it says really neat little details and things on it. Like G bitnerized by Gal Bank, non-volatile graphite currency, uniquely encoded, and then it has like the Steam code printed on it. It's a really, really cool piece. I love this. This is really, really great. Now the biggest part of it was this like special like NASA box that encompassed or enclosed rather the Chronomark watch. Now the watch itself is the biggest reason why you'd want to get the collector's edition. I really just wanted like the steel book personally. But the watch, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. The case is really dope. I didn't read the directions, so like I struggled to actually open this case here in a second. But the case itself is really great quality. It doesn't feel like cheap throwaway plastic. The last collector's edition that I bought was for Dead Space. It was a limited edition collector's edition, and it came with like Isaac Clarke's engineer helmet, and that felt like trash. It felt like a Toys R Us toy. It was just really crappy plastic. This does not feel like that. A lot of these bits are, I think, like stainless steel, quality aluminum. The silver on it is like a belt type of material on there. And I finally figured out how to open it. You have to like twist it, right? So right here, you have to twist it, and I'll show you. It has a really cool, like, not animation, but like a mechanism. So you twist it and then like a lever that unlatches everything, and then you open up and then the Chronomark watch is in there. So one of the other pieces in it was like the Starfield Constellation patch. Those, you kind of get these like with a lot of collector's editions. There's always a patch of some military or some police force or something like that. Still pretty cool. I can't say that I'm going to use that for anything. I don't have like a denim jacket that I put all these on. This little insert just had some information on it. It connects to the watch and does some things. The charger on this, I don't know if it's proprietary to this watch. I don't know a lot about watches, but it felt like trash. Like, it's using a micro USB, which I kind of thought we were over with. Like, it doesn't use USB-C, the universal standard. Like, it just felt really crappy. It was very lightweight, really trashy plastic, and a really junky cable. This was like, that part was like super duper lame. The watch in of itself, though, which we'll look at in a moment, it didn't come charged. It was dead right out of the box, but I do charge it up a little bit, and you see me wearing it on the wrist. So there's a couple different versions of this watch out there that I've seen. I think Bethesda has like a special all metal like edition of it, like some sort of super high end version of it, because this collector's edition was like 200 and something bucks, I think, maybe 300, somewhere in there. But you're paying for a lot. You're paying for the idea of a collector's edition, you're paying for the game, you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the case, you're paying for all that. So the watch, I would have to guess, is probably something that would be equivalent to $150, $200 price tag, and you can feel that. The band itself does not really, like, it doesn't feel quality, and there's a separate band in there that's more of like a cloth denim type of band, maybe fabric type band. There are parts of it that are metal, but it definitely feels a lot more plastic than metal. It has a little bit of weight to it, but like the white parts are plastic and the corners are metal. The back plate is metal, but like the plastic part really makes it feel cheap. Now, it is a smartwatch though, which is kind of cool, and it works with both Android and iOS devices, so it doesn't matter what phone device you have if you prefer one over the other, because it'll work on both. I didn't link mine because I have an Apple Watch. I have the Apple Watch Ultra, you know, humble brag, little flex there. But this is cool, and only if we're like, yeah, so there's like a torch light function. This is a cool little piece, but I can't say I would ever expect anyone who's like a watch enthusiast to ever want to use this as like your main watch. I doubt it. I doubt that you would, unless you became some sort of super fan like of Starfield. You probably wouldn't. Like, overall, decent quality. The price point was worth it. Everything here is really cool, but for the most part, I just kind of felt like, you know, watches need to have, but I'm probably going to stuff it right in the box and not really use it there. There's a bunch of other stuff it comes with, though, digital stuff. So the game, Space Story expansion, Constellation skin pack, digital art book, and then, you know, so on and so forth. So there are some mission-esque things that you can get with it, which are really cool, but I'm assuming those are things that'll be available for everyone at some point. But regardless, it was a really cool collection. I'm very excited to be playing this game finally. It launches today, so I'm going to be jumping into that almost immediately, and I'll be wearing the watch with it just sort of as a novelty. But overall, really cool. I thought this was totally worth it. I liked the case the most, and I certainly liked the steelbook and that little currency insert with the code on it. That was a really cool way to go about it. I hate when you get collector's editions, you get a steelbook and it has a disc insert, and like, you don't have a disc. That's super weird. I don't know why you would do that, but it's probably just because there's a bunch of molds for that at the factory, but I digress. It is what it is. Not a fan of that, but this one was exceptional. But anyway, that's a wrap on this. I'll keep it brief. Good quality for the most part. Some little parts were a little bit lacking, but it was worth the money. I don't regret this purchase at all. Really cool stuff. Really looking forward to playing the game, and hopefully you guys will join me with that. Anyway, wrapping it up, if you guys enjoyed this unboxing video, show your love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have any feedback for me, leave it in the comments section. I will reply to any and all of your comments. Don't miss out on the daily uploads for Starfield as well. I'm going to be pumping those out like mad. I'm going to be playing this game a lot. Might even turn this into a Marcanine Starfield channel. And if you want to talk to me about the game or get in touch with me directly, take a look at the links in the description box and hit up the Discord server, become a member of the Marcanine Discord community, and chat with me and other like-minded individuals, and we can get it on together. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. Take care of yourselves, be well, and I hope to see you around. Later.